I don't know what you're talking about, Lupe.
Yeah, what? Time travel? What?
There's a reason I was drawn to you.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good, thank you. So I had a really good time watching you guys get to know each other in Long Weekend. It was so sweet. It's a really sweet romantic comedy / drama. And it comes at a good time. We need a little bit of lightheartedness, right?
I agree.
So what was it like? Your conversations are just so natural. Was it all on script? Did you guys improvise?
Steve, our director, really, he wrote the script as well. And there were certain things that we really had to say, but he did really let us loose for a lot of it. And would maybe sometimes have to rein us in a little bit, but he was not too precious about the words. And so we were kind of given the space in the room to figure it out ourselves and to be spontaneous. And yeah, we did do a fair amount of improvisation, I believe. Because I think he knew and we knew that kind of the movie kind of hinged on the spark between them being real and being spontaneous and surprising. And so the more he could tap into that, I think the better the more successful he knew it would be. And
Zoe, your character, she is spontaneous. And so she's kind of the opposite of Finn's character, who's in a dark place right now. Not too dark, but just, in a dark place.
Yeah, totally.
So Zoe, can you talk about bringing this free spirit to the role?
Yeah, it was really nice to be inside of Vienna because I think she really moves through the world leaning forward. Isn't super tentative, kind of has a sense of who she is and is just governed by curiosity. And in many ways, I wish me, Zoe, in real life, gave myself permission to be more like that. But it was really fun. And it's cool that the script, is all about these two people getting to know each other, which was how which was the real story. That was what was really happening in real life, was the two of us getting to know each other and really care, coming to a place where we care about each other and trust each other and are making this thing together. So it echoed real life too.
Totally. And there's a little twist in there, and we start talking about time travel, and Back to the Future is always a go-to movie to talk about when we're talking time travel, right? So was that fun to play with that?
I don't know what you're talking about, Lupe.
Yeah, what? Time travel? What?
No, there's talk of it.
Oh, yes.
I'm not revealing what exactly, but there's talk of it.
It was fun. It was fun to sort of ask Steve a lot of questions and sort of figure out the reality behind what you think the reality is. And I love movies that sort of play with quote unquote realism, but staying grounded in an emotional truth, but not necessarily reality truth as we describe it.
Yeah, I also think that especially during the pandemic, I think everyone's reconsidering their definition of time. Mm-hmm. And what is time? Do we believe in it? Is it a construct? I think also with, I know that global warming is a huge passion for cause for Finn, and you can't help but think about the future every day now. I think with the environment being what it is, and so there's a lot of I think more than ever we think about the future and time, and I think this film does a really nice job playing with those things.
Yeah. And there's a scene when you're feeling each other out to see if you guys are, if you're safe. There's a point where Chloe's character asks Finn's character, "Are you a murderer?" And I flashed back to your time on American Horror Story, and it freaked me out. And I said, "Run, Zoe, run."
This movie's taking a turn.
And the director said that
there's a real lack of murdering in this movie. No one be afraid.
But that's the lasting effect of acting, that you play a role, and a lot of people just, there's a trigger word, and you're like, oh shoot.
Trigger word. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
But that's the beauty of the film.
I'm
if you're a
sorry I
fan of
triggered
it.
you.
That character freaked me out, by the way.
Thank you.
And then there's another scene where you're freaked out because Zoe's character does not have a cell phone, and it goes into this really funny gag with your friends, and you're like, is that weird or not weird? So is it weird when you meet somebody who doesn't have a cell phone?
I've never met someone like that, so it must be very weird. Yeah.
I have a friend. Actually, no, that's not true. He has he has a cell phone. It's a flip phone. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know anyone who doesn't have a phone. I really respect that move. I don't logistically understand how. I'm interested in what their life is, like what they do for a living. I like the idea. I love the idea of off-grid living. It's far from what I, like I love. What are they called? Like I watch a lot of like reality TV shows about like surviving and homesteading and stuff like that. So it's admirable, but
There's something about it. It's besides the whole bending of time, perhaps thing. There's also a element of Vienna's character that she's not like this. She's very outgoing. She's like there in the moment. She's part of the world, and yeah, that's something. That shouldn't be weird. We should be able to be in the moment, not be stuck on our phones.
Yeah. Exactly. And that was the beauty of the film, is that you get to live it like that,
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.